closed at 10 o'clock at night and opened up at 8. For 3 weeks, I used to go and call up to have the door open. It was never open at 8 o'clock, always was open by 10 after 8 to 10 to 9. Is that a test for all the buildings? On the one? No, it's a question.
I didn't know it was ever set up as a test for all the buildings.
Well, I was told.
I wasn't involved in the setup. My wife was.
Oh, okay. Okay, but it was wrong
Yeah, I took my
because,
trash down there at 9:15 one morning and the door was still locked, so I went back. And as I was walking back to my unit with my bag of trash, Ricardo came up and unlocked the door. And I said, yeah, you're supposed to be open at 8 o'clock. If you advertise at 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. It made a big difference for me. Made a big difference.
well, I understand that. However, your locker room, your laundry room, that's private property. You cannot lock a door.
Nothing in our documents that state that they have 24 access, and there's always been signs on those doors stating the hours of 8 to 10.
However, the door is locked, so if I want to get a piece of luggage
I
out of
don't
my,
like to be in there between the hours of 8 and 10.
it's private property.
No, I've already talked to an attorney about that.
So did I.
I said, is it in your docs? I said, no, it's not. He said, there's signs on the door showing the hours. I said, yes, they've been there ever since I've been here. It's never been in the docs.
But she's not
I said, I
washing
have no right to
clothes.
be in there as opposed to them.
Yeah, but if I want to go into that locker,
So then you're disturbing everybody after 10 o'clock. You think you can't sleep and live around because you're mulling around in the locker room.
oh, okay.
Nobody sleep quality of life.
The point is, you
Our quality of
cannot,
life.
you cannot put a lock on the
Live
door.
around the laundry room.
You cannot put a lock on it.
Yes, you can. Well, then I think the attorney argues you did that.
Any more questions? We're about to adjourn. Any more questions? Anybody? One.
Morgan, when's the
One more
last time
question.
you ran for the board?
One more question.
I don't remember what year, I ran either directly against
You
Scott,
said you better not ever lock it.
Joe, in a second, you said, but I either ran directly against Scott or I ran against Scott's slate. And he did a very effective campaign against me. I don't remember.
I
the year.
believe when Jerry and I ran and lost that one year, that you ran the same year, did you not?
No. There was 5 of us who ran. You and I lost, and Dan, and Terry Clough, and
Mike Schenkel got
and Michael Schenkel won. There was only 5 of us. The 2 of us, thanks to Scott and his manipulation, but he was not running that election. I remember.
Okay.
I forget when he ran.
All right.
He didn't run that.
2006.
He did run in that election. He did. All right. Look, so what's the point?
No, the other point is because Marvin said he hadn't ran for 15 years, I believe, in his opening speech, and I knew he had ran at one point.
I don't recall him saying.
Yes,
that
he
run
said
15
that
years.
he hadn't been
He said he was
involved.
on the board for 2 years. That's certainly within 15 years because he hasn't.
I'm
been-
talking to Marvin, Jerry, if you excuse me. I'm discussing this with Marvin, not you.
The comment that I made about I said that I was on the board for 2 years. That's my only comment about being on the board, that I was on the board for 2 years. The larger number, the number went to 10. And that is from the time I was on the board forward to this date, I have served on 10 different committees.
Okay, thank you.
That's the final question. That's the final question.
I want to know what's going to happen to us if that thing don't get to the bank by 15, who's going to be responsible? It's a little wrong.
Good question. The first question I'm going to pose.
Board is responsible for it, and,
What's going to happen?
Unknown.
no,
That's unknown territory.
I assume we're gonna get a budget out, to the bank on time. That's what I assume. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants it.
I don't think you guys know how to do it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Good night. Okay.
Good, Dick.
Now I gotta go to the hospital.